How's everyone doing tonight? Desi here. Hey, I was just going to talk a little bit about the I am concept. Um, I think a lot of people don't really understand all this, and so I'm just going to try to break it down the way that I know it, and then you can make up your own, thought process from there. Um, so the I am concept is, you can say I am this and I am that, but you cannot say that I am not. So the I am is the blesser, and anything after that is the blessed. So you're basically the Father and the Son. Um, this the divine, the divine self and the human self. When you say I am, you're the divine self, and anything after that is the human self. So it's basically consciousness is all that there technically is in this world, and what we create through consciousness is brought to us in the outside 3D world. So be careful what you say after I am, because that's what you're going to be manifesting into this life for yourself. You want to say, I am wealthy, I am love, I am, all these beautiful things, and be mindful of what's going through your mind on a daily basis. The mind's going to drag you into the bushes, and it's going to tell you that you're not worthy, and all this, you shouldn't do this and that, and you really got to pay attention and catch yourself and really reverse that. And if you continue to do that and be mindful of what you're doing and change your I am statements, you're really going to start to improve your life and change your life around. um, so this is something I've been kind of reading on today. I love Neville Goddard. He talks a lot about manifestation and stuff. And then, you hear all the spiritual teachers talk about the I am concept. And, basically it's just the awareness behind everything, behind all movements. It's that clear, like even when you go to look at awareness within yourself, the I am is perceiving that awareness. And this could get pretty deep, but it's also really simple. It's like all the I am, the awareness is always there before anything happens. Like it's going to be there before you move your hands or you go to talk, or, it's always that state. It's kind of like you're seeing the projector and the projected. It's really what God is this blank consciousness awareness. And so, anyways, this is a can be a tough concept, but it doesn't have to be. The main thing is when you focus on what you're saying, I am, just be putting positive thoughts there, and don't live in negativity. Just try to continue to talk good about yourself, because you really, speaking and is like spell work. So anything you speak, you're putting into the universe, and the universe doesn't know, I guess, good from bad, I guess you would say. It just knows what you're telling it, and it's going to do whatever you're telling it to do, because we are all God individualized. And so the whole point of us being here on this world is to resurrect while we're still alive. The resurrection wasn't to happen after we're dead and gone, it's to happen while we're alive. And to do that is just resurrecting through a different state of consciousness, a different way of perceiving the way you with your mind itself. So anyways, this is the way that I look at things. Like I said, don't ever take my word as gospel. Have your own mind and go out there and study and look into things yourself. But from what I've learned throughout just my reading, I'm just self-taught individual, just like to read, and always been reading up on spirituality. But I think the whole purpose of all of it is God came here to play in human form, and then we get to become gods eventually when we resurrect through the consciousness of our mind. And by doing that is to release all of our concepts of who we are and what people are, and like all these what would you say, like just like, I guess, anything like animosities or hatred or jealousies and stuff that we have built within ourselves, through like either just growing up or culture, society. All these things we have to lay down and become holy. We have to look at each other as a oneness, as we're if we all are consciousness, then we're what we put out into the world is we're doing to ourselves. So we have to uh, treat others how you want to be treated. Is basically what it comes down to. And once we can have love within our own heart for ourselves and others, then we're really gonna progress on this spiritual path because we're realizing that we all are one and that we're gonna come together and you know, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. So until next time, I hope this explained a little bit. Like I said, it's not always an easy concept to grasp, but it really is simple when you just break it down and realize that you are the blessed and the blesser. So I hope you all have a wonderful night, and until next time, let's make this world a better place together.